Hello. So, this issue of talent thing, no talent, all of those stuff. I think it's something we really need to start digging into as it is. So, one of the themes we have been treating in church this month has been about talent. I know it's very interesting when we narrate the whole you have talent thing, you don't have talent thing, develop your talent. I know one thing that you are thinking about now. Talent is overrated, hard work beats talent, and all of those stuff. But I understand, but this is a different discussion about that. Let's dig a little bit into this talent thing, and especially to encourage somebody that have not been maximizing that potential, that talent you have in you. Okay, so the story of the man, the master that gave his servants, three of them, talent to work with, one with five, one with two, and then one he gave one. Okay, and then by the time he went away, that particular passage told us that he gave them according to their capacity. Okay, so that's one thing we need to know. You don't have your talent, right? That is heavier than you. Okay, if there's a better way to put that, your talent is not bigger than you can manifest. Okay, that's another thing. So he gave them according to their own capacity. So the one he gave five, he knows he has the capacity for five. For someone that he gave two, he knows that is his capacity for two. If he had given that person five, it would have been a mess. It would have been a wicked thing. Okay, and then to the person that has one, he gave that person according to that person's capacity. And mind you, this capacity we are talking about, in our terms now, would have to do with not just our intellectual capacity, our social capacity, emotional quotient, how we can cultivate all of these talents. Okay, so a typical example is for some people that don't like talking. Okay, you feel you don't like talking, but then your gift is somewhere around teaching. Okay, you might feel overwhelmed talking also, but then one understanding is that gift has not been given to you to overwhelm you. The fact that you have a gift for teaching, okay, is not a punishment unto you that you can't talk. So what do you do instead? There are many forms of teaching. Okay, so you can look for teaching via text, or look for private classes, or all of those stuff. Okay, it doesn't even have to be to the massive people. The same way some that have the gift of administration. Okay, but you feel having to see too many processes, having to coordinate things overwhelm you. Actually, that is your talent. Okay, and that is why it is the gift of administration for you. So it shouldn't be that you have a gift of administration, and then because you have a gift of administration, you feel overwhelmed with processes and all of those stuff. Okay, and that means that you going with that gift overwhelms you. No, it never overwhelms you. Actually, the more you do it, the more you discover. Okay, I don't know if I'm talking. All right, so let's go back to the issue of the talent. So five talents came back because it's around his capacity. He was able to face the challenges, and that's it. Okay, your capacity actually helps you to overcome that challenge. So whatever the weaknesses you think, okay, that talent you have complement for that weakness. Okay, so let's move on. Five talents, increase it to five. Two talents went back, increase it to two, and then one talent buried the talent. Okay, talking about that gift, talking about that investment. Okay, but here we are narrating that talent there to gift, to talent, to your capacity now to do things, okay, effortlessly. And being talented does not mean it's going to be effortless. It just means that you find it much more easier to propel into such things. You find it much more natural to propel into such things. Take for instance what we usually know, the singers. Okay, you say you have the talent to sing, you have the talent to sing. For many, right, it is not just because they take that pain, okay, to sing, but the fact that they naturally gravitate towards singing. They naturally find that singing is something they are very cool with around them. Okay, it's not like they find somebody singing and then it's a kind of trouble. Some people don't even know how to sing, but they have good ears. Okay, they can hear something when it is wrong in any music or even in any speech. They can sense voices. Okay, now okay, so I diverse. Okay, so talking about the one talent again, went to bury it. Okay, and in the process of burying it, the master came back and everybody had to give report. So this talent that you have, what did you do with it? Okay, again, for the sake of this, we are using talent. Okay, it could have been cash, it could have been anything, any natural capacity or anything you feel you do naturally without any issue. Okay, whatever the definition is for talent as it is now, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is where my curiosity started when the one with one talent came to give report. Now it would have been, we just hear about the guy gave report and told the master, you are a bad person and then I hit your talent because you seem to reap from where you do not sow. Okay, now one thing somehow caught my attention in what the servant with the one talent said, and that is where I want to dig on today. Okay, and I wish this help you to really discover your talent and just come out of that shell. Okay, and stop playing down your own talent for whatever reason that is not valid. Okay, and I say that with all sense of respect. So the servant said, after saying all of the things to the master, and he said, I am afraid. Okay, now I must have read that place a couple of times in that passage and just passed through it. Many of us would have read through and just passed it and focus more on what he said to the master. But that statement, for whatever reason, just hit me. Okay, during service today, the servant said, I am afraid. So I think it's okay to just read that part. And after he has said then the servant with the one bag and you didn't plant, and then gathering crops you didn't cultivate. I was afraid. Okay, in other version you see I am afraid and then a comma before he went ahead to say that I would lose your money. Okay, so the whole of the rest story of losing the money is not the thing, but that statement, I am afraid, I think it says a lot about that servant itself, and it says so much about the servant and the relationship of that servant with the master. Okay, and the relationship of the master with the master with the servant. Okay, both ways. I think it just gave a perspective of how things work out and how we think about this talent thing, especially when it comes to maximizing it. Okay, so there's one thing to discover the talent. Okay, you discover you know how to do some portraits and all of those, but then taking it to the next level, maximizing it, that's where this guy would have failed, and that's where majority of us failed, including myself, in the sense of being afraid. So what are you afraid of? Okay, the master gave each person this talent according to their capacity. Okay, that was what it told us earlier. So the master knew and is aware that for me to give you one talent, okay, I have looked at your track record before that time. I know what you will do with that one talent even after then. Okay, so I'm not giving you this one talent because I want to punish you. Okay, I'm not asking you to just be a singer because I want to punish you. No, I'm not giving you one talent because I love those people with 5 talents more. No, I didn't give you one talent. Okay, so that kind of situation where you just see somebody and it's like the person has all the talent in the world, just like the pastor was saying today. Okay, like the person has the whole talent. The same person can sing, the same person can the same person can act, the same person knows how to draw, the same person is good in poetry, the same person comes, and then when it comes, and when we were younger, there's this certain amount of guys that they are so good in every sport. Whatever sport you bring, they are so good in it. When you are playing football, they can dribble and score good goals. They fascinate on the field. When we switch to table tennis, hoping that, okay, I challenge you, let's go and play table tennis, I'm going to beat you, I'm going to do all of this. Then you get on the table tennis table and start playing, and then this same guy whip you off, not just you, but every other person. And then you say, oh, because it's let's go and play what, or card, do the card games. And then the guy comes again on the card game and whip everybody. There are people like that. And you that don't know how to do any of those, or you are thinking that even the small football you know how to play, you don't really know how to play it. And then you are wondering, maybe that guy is better than you because he can do everything, he gets all the glory on the pitch. Hey, the news is this: the master does not hate you for giving you one. Okay, he gives you one because he knows that your capacity with that one, it doesn't matter. The person that multiplied from 5 to 10 multiplied it 100%. The person that multiplied it from 2 to 4 multiplied 100%. If you multiply to 2, you have multiplied 100%. 100, 100, 100. Okay, another thing. When he was going to give the reward, he said, go into the joy of the Lord. The other one, go into the joy. Okay, now he didn't say the 5 person go into the joyous of the Lord, and then the last person go into the joy, or the first person go into the joy ha. Okay, so there's no part like a joy ha or a most joyous place. Okay, everybody according to your capacity, go into the joy. Okay, bring the 100%. So that 1%, why are you afraid to use it? Okay, you don't know how to sing, you don't know how to rap, you don't know how to do this thing, but you understand money. Aha. And let me say this, maybe for whatever reason, those that bring up that what's it called, that's maxim that says hard work beats talent every time. Have you seen somebody that does not know how to sing but understand music business or understand business? Okay, there are people that understand business. Give them anything, they can bring a business out of it. Okay, you just tell them, I'm just sleeping. Not sleeping, you can be making money from the sleeping. People are sleeping for a living. There are people like that. You tell them, I want to write this thing. All they are seeing in it is business. So is it possible that there's somebody that doesn't know how to sing, or there's somebody that doesn't even know how to do any portrait but understand the business, and then the person's capacity is to develop business out of that thing? And what does the person do? Since I don't know how to sing, I know how to do the business. The person gets somebody that knows how to sing and monetize that singing for that person. So what happens? You get your share for singing 20%. I, as the business person, get 80%. I don't know if you're making sense. And those are the kind of people we call them the business executives. Okay, the music business executive. They understand what it is in the business. Now, for you now, you will say because you have the talent, the person that doesn't have the talent is making money on you because the person is working hard. Okay, there are some things to that. But what if that person's talent is that business? Okay, have you thought about that? What is that person's talent is just events, to know how to organize events, and the person just organize events and just brings so many comedians to come and crack jokes. Even the person that brings and organize the event, the person's joke is very dry. Okay, he can't crack a joke, but brings comedians together, organize the event, put it in tiers, VIP, high table, and knows how to do all of those things. Maybe that's just this person's talent, and then the person does everything, pays you as the comedian, all of the remaining set of things that comes with the event, the person pockets it. Because why? The person understands how to manage event business. Okay, so what are we saying? Why then are you afraid? Because you have one talent. Okay, there's this guy, on YouTube, and a whole lot of them. As a musician, the guy doesn't play these drums as it should be. Okay, he is not one of those you classify as a fantastic drummer. But what does he do? He reacts to other videos, and he's reacting to other videos joyously. He's reacting interactively, and what is happening? He's getting more views. He's getting more traction than even some of those that is reacting to their videos. Okay, so what am I saying? Why are you afraid of that one talent? Maximize it. Okay, maximize that one talent. It is very, very well. See, you have nothing to lose after all. Okay, you are shy, you are this, you are that. Well, just do it. It's one talent. Dig into that one talent. Okay, there's a saying in this part of the world that says the one who pee at a spot is able to dig a hole more than is someone that pees all over the place. Okay, so if you pee at a spot, you are able to dig a hole in that spot, and that is, you are making a mark with that. Okay, so with that one talent, you can make a mark. It doesn't matter. The master that assigned you trusts you. Okay, so trust the master enough. Trust the master enough, and that is something about the servant-master relationship. If the master is able to trust the servant to give the servant one talent, so that it doesn't overwhelm that servant, okay, you as the servant should also trust the master, that this master that gave me this one talent, okay, I should trust this master to invest that talent. And how do you invest that talent? You build it, you work on it, you grow it, right? Okay, so going to that next level, maximizing that talent is not going to come the way it is. Okay, there's these two footballers in this age and time who has been in competition for like 10 years of their career in football, okay? One has the natural talent, okay? But the other doesn't have the natural talent for football, but has the natural talent to be consistent and to work out, okay? So the one that has that consistency as a talent works with that consistency, okay? So he can discipline himself because that's his talent. His talent is to be disciplined. His talent is to be consistent and channels that talent of consistency and discipline to work out himself on the pitch, and he's continue working and working and working till he is able to come at par with someone that has the natural talent, and the two of them are competing as if they both have the natural talent. No, one that has the natural talent does not work as hard or cannot be as consistent as the person that has the consistency as a gift. So again, it's not a mistake that I said consistency as a gift, because they are diverse gifts. Okay, they are diverse gifts, just like we have different parts of the body. Okay, there are some gifts you don't even see them; they just come. There are some people that their gift is learning; they can learn anything. Give them anything, they can learn it. Okay, no matter how complex it is. There are some it's just listening. They have the aura. When they listen to you, you feel, oh my God, this person is listening. Okay, and there are people making money out of it. Okay, they just come, they listen to you, and they make the dough, and they are doing well. Okay, and again, it's not about making money. Okay, it's about you refining that gift for fulfillment. When value goes out to you, value comes back to you. So a wise man says, okay, value goes out, value comes back. So that one talent, it is value. It is value enough. Build it. Let it bring value back to you in terms of influence, in terms of peace, in terms of that capacity that you need. Okay? So don't bury that talent. That's the whole thing. And that's one thing I pick from it. I mean, I would have been um, guilty of this as well. Okay? Burying enough of my talent, okay, that I feel, oh, how am I going to annex all of this? How am I going to do this? I think I don't have the capacity to do it. And then I'm burying it. And then the master comes and asks me, so how did you do this talent? What did you do with it? What will I say? I am afraid. Why am I afraid? That is why the master will tell me, you are a wicked and unfaithful servant. Okay, because I'm afraid. I'm afraid means that I'm saying that it doesn't trust me. I'm putting his trust in jeopardy. Okay, and that is a very rare commodity for someone to trust you. Okay, all right. So please, as many of us out there, it is time for us to start harnessing our gift. It is time for us to start building that gift. Okay, it is time for us to dig out that gift. If you have buried it, dig it out and start building it one step at a time. I'm sure it doesn't. It will take time to maximize it, but first, just start building it. It is better. Okay, the in Atomic Habits by James Clear also. Okay, he says one of the best way to do things is to set yourself up to do it. Okay, so if you are the type that teaching is your gift, okay, set yourself up to teaching. Put yourself in an environment where you teach. Okay, where you can be pushed to teach. It can look like, am I going to be teaching in school? No, you don't need to teach in schools. The world has evolved. Okay, teach people lifestyle, teach people wisdom, teach people business, teach people career, teach people talent. Okay, talk to people, and it doesn't have to be teaching. Motivate people, energize people, inspire people. Okay, you can. Um, there are some people that theirs is just administration, and you will know because right from time, everywhere you go, this thing just keeps recurring. Okay, so please, this video is getting longer than I expected. I mean, it's just to encourage us as much as possible. Grow that talent. It is very important. Grow the talent. Don't bury it, please. Always at the back of your mind. And if you think you don't know what your talent is, I believe there are so many tests out there that can help you with your personality. Okay, personality tests, your gifts, your spiritual gift, and all of those tests. And ask people, and also do a track back. Okay, I look back at my life and I see patterns. Okay, so those patterns, that is where the talent starts from, actually. Those patterns, yes. In case you are wondering, so I don't know, I don't have any patterns. Think of it. Since your primary school, you were made a class captain. In that class captain, you naturally you end up teaching your colleagues. Okay, you end up teaching them. When you get to secondary school, You were made, even without being made a prefect, without nobody knowing you, because you are very quiet. Okay, people come to meet you that, please, can you teach me? Do you understand this thing? You said, I understand. You teach people. Okay. By the time you got to the university or maybe any tertiary institution, you ended up teaching somebody something in the class. Okay. And you are not the type that even know how to talk. So you are not the type that is talking everywhere that you say, "Oh, that's why people know." No. You sat on your own and people just feel this guy. I think there's something attracting you to this guy. I think this guy should be able to teach me. And they come. Or you look at it. Some of you is just talking. Okay. From your small age days, all the complaint has been this guy can talk for Africa. Okay, and you look at it, you are like, I don't talk. It's just me. I don't talk. Me that 5 minutes, I'm done now. But before you know it, you are going 15 minutes and you are talking some senses. You are entertaining, you are inspiring people with everything you say. Look at it from side. Look at that patterns. You have been the PRO here, you have been the PRO there. Even when they have another PRO, they have the PRO to come and consult you because you have something that the PRO does not need. It's an aura. Look through those patterns, okay? And trust me, you'll find your talent, okay? So I'm praying also that you find your talent, whatever that talent is, wherever it is hiding, that you will find it. Um, and God will help you. Amen. Amen. And we'll make this life better together. All right. So thank you for listening. Cheers.